Staraptor has been a common choice in the recent Kitakami Prologue, which is a doubles online tournament. However, this Staraptor has ended up making 10th place in the Regulation E VGC Peoria Regional Championship, and we're going to be trying it out and see how well it performs on this hard trick room team. This is a hard trick room team that got 10th place at the Peoria Regional Championship. You got our trick room sweepers in the sun boosted eruption Torkoal and the guts Ursaluna that is able to do massive amounts of damage and also help support the Torkoal to help deal with Heatran. We have the two Trick Room setters with the Scream Tail and the Farigiraf. The Farigiraf is able to have Armor Tail to prevent the priority moves that can help damage the Torkoal under the Trick Room with priority, but as well as like fake out turns that could stall out the Trick Room turns, which is really nice. The Scream Tail is able to tank attacks, especially with that Protosynthesis special defense boost. It gets in Sun, as well as paired with the Intimidate from Staraptor, which is nice as well. The Staraptor, a very key point of setting up Trick Room because it is really solid with that final Gambit option. You're able to potentially take trades using its HP stat that it currently has in order to trade off with the opponent, and with that choice scarf you're able to outspeed those Pokemon and potentially just either pick up a knockout or chip them away, so you get a free switch into your Trick Room setter. And with that Intimidate, you're able to have Scream Tail or Farigiraf take the attack better to allow it to set up the Trick Room, which is nice. But also flying coverage is pretty good in the format. Brave Bird does hit pretty hard. With that choice card, Brave Bird can also be used as an endgame cleaner and U-turn to pivot out as well for a safer switch to Ursaluna or Torkoal under the Trick Room. Urshifu Dark is also really nice because it is a huge threat and can just do a lot of damage and doesn't care about Protect with very strong Wicked Blows. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Urshifu, Excalibur, Sneasler, Cerulege, Tornadus, and Brubonnet. All right, this is a very unique team. I'll say that much. Where are the tricks? Is this like the Swagger Mirror stuff? Maybe it's just Lumberry on the Sneasler. Who knows? Staraptor's a pretty good pick here. I do want to go with the Staraptor. Maybe Farigiraf or Screen Tail probably can set up Trick Room probably better just because of the fact that it does have the safety goggles here, which might prove useful. You want to go for that? I'm just worried because like Tornadus with Taunt is a factor. I don't know if this one is going to carry taunts, unfortunately, but I do think it's probably fine. Torkoal in the back, and I'm gonna need the Ursaluna probably to break through that Cerulege, or I need Urshifu. One of the two is probably completely fine here. I think I want to go with the probably the Urshifu because it's a safer ground against the Cerulege, and Bitter Blade with a Sun Boost can do a lot. Also, if like the Cerulege starts setting up bulk ups, I think it's probably like a better idea here. So we'll see how this performs. I am pretty interested on their sets. It's a very unique team choices that they have here, like the Excalibur, the Sneasler with no terrain. So probably want to expect a Lumberry or one of those Mirror Herb sets. Brubonnet. Yeah, just a lot of picks we just don't see. Cerulege Brubonnet is going to lead here. All right. It's my Scream Tail and Staraptor right off the bat. So I will gladly take this. I get Intimidate off into the Cerulege. Bonnet's going to have an attack drop. That wasn't clear amulet on the Cerulege, which is nice. Okay, cool. I think I'm just going to go for a U-turn into the Brubonnet. And I will go for... I don't need Trick Room up immediately. It doesn't actually impact it here. I think I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam U-turn because I'm thinking I'm forcing the Brubonnet to maybe go for a Terra right here. I don't know if the Bonnet will carry Protect. It could be Rage Powder, Spore, or Dark Blue Grass move, which I think I've commonly see probably the most of. Some carry Protect, some don't. Maybe we force Terra out of the Bonnet immediately, which is completely fine. Maybe I can get an Urshifu and just threaten Wicked Blow, but we are going to see a Terra be forced out immediately, which is nice. All right, into what? The Bonnet is going to Terra, going to be the Terra Ghost. Okay. So I can go into Urshifu and I can click Wicked Blow. So looking pretty good here. I'd imagine they just try to Spore the Scream Tail, and I don't know what they're going to do with the Cerulege, but they could do whatever they want. So get U-turn off into the Brubonnet. This is because they probably just want to avoid the final Gambit situation. Now I can go Urshifu, and Wicked Blow is gonna clean up right here, it looks like right now. So bring out the Urshifu. Dazzling Gleam for chip because again I don't need it. I hope they go for the Spore into... Okay, they go for Saurus Dance. That is completely fine because I have Encore, so I'm not threatened by that. They do go for the Spore. They target down the Scream Tail right here. Beautiful. I can go for a Wicked Blow into the Bonnet, and I can go for the Encore into the Sarilege. If they go for Rage Power, that's completely fine. Shadow Sneak, not that big of a deal. It's going to do a lot, but like then I just Wicked Blow the Sarilege. I get 2 KOs potentially, so perfectly acceptable right here. Looks like, yeah, gonna be the case. I get the Wicked Blow off into the Brute Bonnet. Goodbye to Bonnet. That is a Wicked Blow from Dark Urshifu. Eliminated. Don't have to worry about any Spores, Rage Power, Sucker Punches even. So that's very nice for my Staraptor. And Scream Tail, because I didn't go for the Trick Room, I go for the Encore immediately. Didn't need the Trick Room in this position. Set it up for the Dark Urshifu since they had decently slow mons. And it looks like it's gonna pay off because, sure, you have a +4 Sarilege, but you're locked into that, and guess what? You can't tear it, and there is a Dark Urshifu ready to blow through that Sarilege right here. Doesn't matter how much armor you have. You might have weak armor even, but will be good enough right here. Let's see who they bring out next, because they're in a very tough position. I don't know what they can really do here. I just click Wicked Blow on the Sarilege, and depending on who they bring out is what I'll decide with Scream Tail. Do I go for a Trick Room? Do I just go for a Dazzling Gleam for some chip? Maybe even just Helping Hand, Wicked Blow, cover the Sarilege switch. I do have to keep in mind that I do need to make sure that I do have an answer to Sarilege on deck. But then again, if they can't tear it, that means they're actually weak to Earth Power from my Torkoal. So the Sarilege can't even beat my Torkoal anymore. They go into Baxcalibur. All right. I'm going to go for my Wicked Blow into the Sarilege, and might as well just Dazzling Gleam. It covers like every single switch that they could make, including like an Urshifu on their side. I get some damage in the Baxcalibur. That's super effective. I have a Staraptor in the back that can intimidate throughout. I also have the speed advantage, so like I always can get a KO. Looks like no switches. Wicked Blow just going to break through that Sarilege easily through its armor. Goodbye, Baxcalibur. What are you doing? Swords Dance, Dragon Dance. Just attacking right here. What the heck? Why is that Baxcalibur so slow? Okay. It's slower than my Scream Tail. That's interesting. Scale Shot gonna come out. Most likely loaded dice, I'd imagine. Are they gonna get the 5 hits? Did they really just double crit me? Double crit 4 hits? All right. Wasn't KO though. They do get the defense drop, speed rise. Are they in Sucker Punch range? They probably still underspeed Star out. No, they definitely underspeed Staraptor. Urshifu going to come out, which is going to be the Dark Urshifu. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem right here. I'm just going to go for a Sucker Punch into the Baxcalibur, and I think I'm going to go for a Helping Hand. I think I'm just going to go for Dazzling Gleam here with Terra Water, because if they want to double up the Scream Tail, it's probably Icicle Spear, Wicked Blow, I'd imagine. I don't resist Fairy, or I don't resist Dark anyway, because part Psychic type, and sure, I quad resist close combat, but I don't think it's like that big of a game changer. I'm just trying to bring Staraptor in and just win the game here. That's basically the goal. So if Sucker Punch doesn't knock out the Baxcalibur, Dazzling Gleam will. Then again, Baxcalibur could go for some setups, I suppose. That would be a really aggressive read, but even then, I still have the Staraptor in the back, which is looking pretty good here. If it's Scarf or Shifu, it just goes down to Dazzling Gleam, and there's no way they knock out my Scream Tail in one shot right here while setting up a Baxcalibur. So I'd be pretty safe to just go for this play, because I'm either guaranteed the KO, I assume here. Sucker Punch is going to come out to Baxcalibur. Not enough for the knockout, but again, does put in Dazzling Gleam range. We do see the Icicle Spear, so perfect Terra Water here. I don't think I had anything I was going to go for Terra anyway. Torkoal didn't need the power up. Staraptor, I don't think the Terra on Staraptor was going to change anything. They get the 5 hit with the Icicle Spear. Let's see if they get the Wicked Blow. And let's see how much damage it does, because oh, they actually target down my Urshifu, actually. Interesting. Does pick up the knockout, but I mean, Dazzling Gleam should pick up the knockout on both, unless it's Focus Sash. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Wicked Blow KO'd since it's quad resisted with the crit, but yeah, we are able to knock out the Baxcalibur. The Urshifu is really low on HP right now, but pretty much now we just seal it up. We go into Staraptor here. We outspeed their team, unless it's Scarf Urshifu, which I don't think it's going to be the case. So we get intimidated off into the Urshifu, but does not matter. We click Brave Bird, we click Dazzling Gleam, and seal up the game from there. So very nice. They tried to play around the final gambit immediately, and yeah, didn't fall for it. Got a position with Dark Urshifu beating the Terra Ghost, which I was not expecting the Terra Ghost, but it ended up working. I just brought in Urshifu against Sarilege and Brute Bonnet, which were already good matchups. Even better because they Terra Ghosted, so all I had to do was Wicked Blow. and we were able to outspeed the Sailor Lock in the Swords Dance with Encore. So yeah, just didn't have to do anything. Don't always have to trigger him up in order to win the game here. Rillaboom, Hisuian Arcanine, Sneasler, Milotic, Farigiraf, and the King Gambit. What am I dealing with right here? Okay. So Grassy Terrain plus Sneasler, I suppose, with the Unburden Milotic for competitive. Actually, that is a pretty big threatening because Sneasler actually does do quite a bit of damage. So if you are able to not intimidate if you're scared of Milotic, could be pretty scary. And yeah, I do not want to intimidate that mon if I can help it. So yeah, this might be a bit of a tougher one. I think I want to probably go with I need to get rid of that Sneasler. That Sneasler's a problem. I think I want to lead Farigiraf plus her Shifu immediately and threaten a lot of offense because I can go for a Psychic into the Sneasler immediately. I think I want to have Staraptor in the back, and the reason I want to have him in the back is because I want to be able to threaten the if they lead Rillaboom plus Sneasler, I'm worried about if they double up into the Farigiraf, so I think I'd bring Staraptor so I can intimidate and live the double up potentially. And the last Pokemon I think is Torkoal because I need the amount of offense against Rillaboom, especially with what I'm bringing. The Ursaluna could technically do enough damage, I suppose. It might have actually been better because it can break through to Milotic a bit easier, but we'll see how this game goes. Definitely a lot of big threats right here. I'm a little bit worried about Rillaboom plus the combo Milotic and Hisuian Arcanine is actually a pretty decent switch into me. So definitely a lot of threats right here. Not going to be an easy one for sure. We're going to see Sneasler, Rillaboom. Okay, so they did lead Sneasler plus Rillaboom. I do lead the Farigiraf plus the Urshifu, and don't know what they're going to go for here, but I am just going to go straight into my Staraptor and click a Psychic in the Sneasler right away. I could go for Trick Room actually. That's not like too bad. But the thing is, do I want to Trick Room up? They got like a pretty decently slow team, and I brought some pretty fast mons. I don't think Torkoal auto sweeps either, so I think I'm just going to go for a Psychic here into the Sneasler. Just get my KO and then go with Staraptor. If I need Trick Room, I can potentially get Trick Room up the next turn potentially. They can't fake me out because I have Armor Tail, so I'm pretty safe there. If they want to target down in the Urshifu slot in my Staraptor, I guess be my guest. I guess that's all right. I should switch out also before the Rillaboom, so if they want to double out on Milotic, like they would have to double out the Sneasler, which means they don't have the Grassy Seed anymore. I also dropped in Psychic plus Final Gambit, which should be pretty good to get to deal with the Milotic, so I should be all right there. Getting Intimidate off with the Staraptor, so I just cover a lot of bases, I think, with this play. We're going to see a Terra come out immediately, which I'm a little bit surprised about. Who's going to go for the Terra? Is it going to be the Sneasler immediately? It'll be the Sneasler immediately. Didn't expect them to burn their Terra that fast. Actually, it's poison, so might be just trying to get more damage possibly here. All right, that's fine, I think. Dire Claw coming out. Giraffe. Yep. Tank it. Okay, high horsepower into Giraffe. I guess I expected Terra Fire. I don't know about that play, but it works out for me. I get a Psychic off into Caesar. Because they have the Terra Poison, they don't get KO'd, but that actually did a bit more than I expected. I'm a little bit surprised about that. That ends up working out pretty well because now, and I just Psychic and I go for a Brave Bird, and like, what is their play here? I don't know. I'm just gonna go for that play. If they switch in Arcanine, sure. I don't think it's like too bad they switch into Arcanine. It's annoying, but it's like nuts. It's not game ending, I think, for the most part. I could Final Gambit to Rillaboom, but Rillaboom usually has more HP than Staraptor does, so I don't think it's worth it because they run max HP Rillaboom. We already see the Rillaboom retreat. This might be the Arcanine, which is fine. Yeah, so I could have got more damage off. It's not like too bad, I suppose. I guess maybe it's a little bit annoying if they do go on the for a Protect with Sneasler, they have it. But I think I could still play around this. Yeah, they do go for Protect. So good play on their part. I am regretting a little bit of my choices here, but it's all right. You go for the Brave Bird into the Arcanine. And Psychic in the Sneasler. Maybe I should have doubled up the Arcanine. I was really hoping to get the K on Sneasler. I also probably didn't need the K on Sneasler realistically. If I get Trick Room up, I probably could have just beaten the game with Torkoal actually. So I'm a little bit disappointed here with how I played this part. But I think it should still be fine in the long term. Do I need Dark Urshifu to win this? It's useful. Yeah, I think I want to keep it. So I think the best play here, Rock Slide's not going to KO unless it's maybe like Choice Banded Arcanine. If they go for another Dire Claw, I think that just activates my Berry, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I live the attack from Arcanine. I think if I want a chance, it's probably just to get Trick Room up now and just Brave Bird KO the Sneasler, which I am going to make here. Let's see if it's going to work out. Dire Claw going to come out into the Staraptor this time. Okay. That is decently annoying. All right. So I don't get the Sneasler. Oh, they have Head Smash and they go straight for it. Okay. Into the Giraffe. Actually, that's really annoying because if I got the Brave Bird off in a Sneasler, I don't have to worry about like any shenanigans into my Urshifu, and now I'm playing a potential extreme speed close combat game. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Okay, but if they have Head Smash, it's usually Choice Band, so I should be able to Wicked Blow here, but that is just like super unnecessary, what I didn't need here. But yeah, we can go for a Brave Bird here into the Sneasler, and I guess a Wicked Blow. They're actually going to retreat the Sneasler, which I'm a bit surprised about. So what's coming in? Rillaboom. Okay, I Brave Birded that slot. I would gladly take that. Gladly take that. Please. Okay. Second turn of sleep. I did get the Wicked Blow off into the Arcanine, though. That is not a KO. Wait, that's not Choice Band either. What the heck? You have Head Smash too? Yeah, you were Intimidate and you... Okay. Not the worst, I suppose. I mean, I'm getting confused here, but it's all right. It should be Harden Milotic coming out, huh? All right. Staraptor is intimidated. This is a really, really weird situation, I suppose. I'm going to go for Protect with my Urshifu, and I'm going to go hard in a Torkoal, I suppose. Because I don't know what the Milotic is supposed to do in this situation specifically. I want to avoid a fake out here. Let's find out. Protect the Urshifu. Granted, Torkoal's in a nice spot, but this is not an easy one. Fake out going to come out into what was the Staraptor, which is fine. That crit's actually kind of annoying. They go for Icy Wind. Because like every bit of damage matters for Eruption, so that's not great. Icy Wind going to come out, which is fine. Okay. Should be acceptable for the most part. I'm gonna go for Grassy Terrain does end. I'm gonna go for my Wicked Blow into the Milotic, and I'm just gonna go straight for an Eruption and get as much damage as I possibly can. I'm pretty sure because I threatened the Rillaboom slot. Unless the Milotic goes for Hydro Pump or maybe like Muddy Water High Horsepower double up in the Rillaboom. But that means my Urshifu is still around to really threaten. And with Scarf, because they switched out to Sneasler, actually, the Sneasler's not going to be faster than my Staraptor. So Brave Bird Staraptor could actually clean up this end game if properly trained. I am going to go for a Wicked Blow because I need to damage that Milotic. Like that Milotic, I need damage on it because otherwise if I give it the competitive boost while having no way to threaten a knockout into it later, it's just going to destroy my team. So Dark going to come out here. Wicked Blow into the Milotic. Let's see how much damage this does. I do not expect this to KO, but pretty good damage across the board. I'll take it. Grassy Glide. Okay. Hydro Pump. All right. It's in the sun, but should KO anyway. Yep, it does KO. And Torkoal should get an Eruption KO into both, and then that means Staraptor should be able to seal this up, I think. I want to say Staraptor seals this up. Eruption going to come out. Yep, just an easy KO. They had to respect the Dark Urshifu. All right. Definitely some weird, interesting events. I thought that Arcanine was just going to go down the Wicked Blow from that range. I guess maybe I should have Terra Dart, but I didn't know if it was King Gam in the back, and I want to say my Terra just in case, but it ends up working out. I just realized that they brought Milotic. They have Milotic and King Gam on the same team, and I still brought my Intimidate Star after, but it still ended up putting in work because I needed it for the Sneasler. But Sneasler going to come out. We are going to be able to get the Intimidate off into the Sneasler, but now we could just go for a Brave Bird here. We could go for the Flamethrower, I suppose, just in case. Battle's going to be forfeited because they kind of realize that they can't win. If they... Staraptor could take one more turn of sleep. I've taken 2 turns. They can go for the Torkoal. They get the knock on a Torkoal with a crit or something. Staraptor outsweeps with the Choice Scarf. They don't have the Unburden boost anymore because they switched out. I KO with Staraptor. They KO the Staraptor. Torkoal gets the free hit. KOs the Sneasler. Good game. Was not the game I expected, but somehow we managed to clutch it out. Fire Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Dragonite, Fluttermane, Xianpao, and Urshifu. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this is pretty standard. I think I'm gonna go with Staraptor plus Farigiraf. Seems like the right call. I do like the Torkoal damage output, and I bring Ursaluna. I think I want to bring the Urshifu just to go through. Like, it threatens a lot. Wicked Blow immediately, which is nice. I don't know if I get the free switch into Ursaluna. That could be like strong here. I like the idea, like maybe Sucker Punch end game or just Wicked Blow during like Pokemon that might want to go for Protect, like the Xianpao. So I do think that's the right call. I don't think Scream Tail puts in enough work in this matchup specifically. I think it's probably okay, but we'll see. I think the main concern here is they can't go for priority, but is there a Scarfmon that is going to screw me over here? Like, I think that's going to be a big question. Like, if Urshifu Scarf, that could be a thing, because my Staraptor is slow, but it's actually Ogerpon plus Xianpao, which is completely fine. I do lead the Staraptor plus the Farigiraf, which is nice here. We'll get Intimidate off in both Pokemon here. All right. And I'm just going to go for a U-turn into the Xianpao immediately. I just don't see a reason not to. And I'm going to go for a Protect with my Farigiraf, because they're most likely just doubling up the Farigiraf anyway. I don't think you want to Protect and play passive against Trick Room, unless maybe the... Actually, I don't know if I would still do it with the Ogerpon. This also covers for like Lash Out play from the Xianpao, so this works out in my favor. Gonna see Spiky Shield, which is completely fine. I do get the U-turn off. This might be Icicle Crash, I suppose, into the Staraptor, I suppose. I'll take it if that's the case. I'm going out into my Urshifu. I might lose my Sash here, but I do threaten the Sucker Punch into the Ogerpon with the Terra Dark. Yeah, they go for Ice Spinner. They want to get rid of the final Gamut Mom, but that would have been a free Trick Room for me, so a little bit surprised. I'm actually going to go for my Terra Dark here. I'm going to go for the Ogerpon, and I'm just going to go for a Trick Room right here. Because if they do go for a Terra with their Ogerpon and they go for the Ivy Cudgel into my Giraffe, which is the only thing that's really stopping me from setting up Trick Room, because their Ice Spinner, they don't even have Crash, so they can't even flinch my Giraffe. I should be able to just KO here with the Sword of Ruin working against them. And it looks like they're not going to Terra, so I do get the Sucker Punch off into the Ogerpon. What is that damage? Also, Gualberry did not activate, unfortunately. Wait, what is that damage? Hold up. Why did that do nothing? What? Wait, what? How bulky is that Ogerpon? Okay. Well, there goes my main Trick Room sweep mode. It's still fine. I have a Staraptor, but like, huh? Okay. I'm locking in a Brave Bird, I guess, and I'm clicking Sucker Punch. I'm still very shocked. The Ogerpon. All right. And I'm going to question it. Just going to Brave Bird. I'm just going to click Sucker Punch. Like, that's a Terra Dark Sucker Punch. Sword of Ruin. Ogerpon has like okay bulk, but that is a lot to live on. Spiky Shield's fine. I guess I could have Wicked Blow, but I'm Brave Bird into Xianpao anyway. I'm probably Sucker Punching my Staraptor. Yep, to get the chip. Okay, that's fine. Get the Sucker Punch fail into the Ogerpon. We will go for the Brave Bird here. Actually, if it's that bulky of an Ogerpon, I can't see it having speed. Like, what the heck? That's a lot of bulk. Or maybe I just don't know my Ogerpon calcs, but I'm like pretty sure I've seen Terra. Like, that's Sword of Ruin. The thing is, that's Sword of Ruin too. That's what's confusing me here. Rillaboom gonna come in, which is fine. I'm heart swapping. I'm just detecting, and I'm going out into my Torkoal. Day Ivy Cudgel, that's kind of annoying, but they are -2 on the Ogerpon right now, so it's like not that big of a deal. Yeah, like, I don't think this is that big of a issue. I think the only problem is if it's Water Urshifu in the back and I don't play well enough, but let's see. Gonna switch out to Staraptor, going to Torkoal, because I think that Torkoal will give me the best odds here. being able to take the attacks. Maybe I could play more aggressive with their Urshifu, but I don't know if they fake out Staraptor and go for Ivy Cudgel into Staraptor, or if they're going to double up their Urshifu. We'll see. Fake out in a Torkoal. All right. Oh, they did Grassy Glide into the Urshifu. Okay, good. Okay. This might be double Grassy Glide here into Urshifu. They still have Terra, which is the annoying part, but you still have a game. You still have a game. If we're in this, we're in this. We're going to go into Staraptor for another Intimidate to avoid the Grassy Glides, and we're going to go for the Eruption here. Do as much damage as we can. If they have high horsepower and Rillaboom, we reduce the damage output of the... Wow, that is... with the grassy terrain in the sun, with like that... Oh, hopefully that is not a problem, but for the viewer's eyes, but I think it should be fine. I'd imagine. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll go for Eruption here. Into both. Let's see what they decide to go for. Come on, Staraptor. I'm just worried about endgame Urshifu, because if I actually lose Staraptor on the read here, it's actually like not great. They might go for a double Grassy Glide if they have it. And Staraptor should be able to live that combination. We're gonna see the Terra finally be committed. So is this okay? Rillaboom. Okay, so it's Terra Fire Rillaboom. That's fine. Sure, they resist Eruption, but Dark Urshifu is still pretty good against it. Here, let's just see. It's gonna come down to the last Pokemon anyway. Also, Flutter Mane is also problematic. Grassy Glide. It's nothing to Staraptor. Double Grassy Glide. Yep, that's what they went for. That did a lot because it crit me, didn't it? Yep. Oh, that puts me in another crit range. That's really bad. Or that just puts me in the Grassy Glide range from the Rillaboom. That's really bad. It happens. Let's see. Who's the last? Can I come back in this game? Yes. Is it likely? Dragonite. Okay. If it's Dragonite, maybe there's a shot. Okay. They don't have Terra anymore. We're just going to go for a Brave Bird into Dragonite. We're going to go for a Flamethrower also into Dragonite, because we got to break a multi-scale. If it's multi-scale, I'm more worried about multi-scale Dragonite at this point. If it's Choice Band, we'll find out here. They go for Extreme Speed and Staraptor. That's all right. Okay. And what's Rillaboom doing? Just high horsepower? Okay. -1. Yeah, we tank it with ease. Flamethrower into the Dragonite. All right. Good damage. This is a close one. I don't know who wins this off the top of my head. I'm going out in our Urshifu. How many tons of grassy terrain are left? Probably too much. I think I have to risk this not being Dragonite, which I probably imagine is either Choice Band or Assault Vest. I'm just going to double protect here. I double protect here. Most likely, if they attack, they're doubling up their Urshifu, right? I think so. I'm going to Earth Power to really... I'm greedy. This might be a bit too greedy right here, but you know what? I'm greedy. Just going to go for the Earth Power here into the Rillaboom. Flamethrower did a decent amount of damage. I don't think that's multi-scale, but we'll see. Yep, they Extreme Speeded into Urshifu. Should be Grassy Glide into Urshifu, or Grassy Glide as well. Yep, okay. What's also nice about this is I can Sucker Punch the Rillaboom in this endgame if Earth Power does enough damage to put in range of Terra Dark Sucker Punch. That's a close one. With Grassy Terrain, I mean, I should live Extreme Speed. I just don't know if I live the Glide at -1. It's the last time Grassy Terrain too, which is the unfortunate part. I could Sucker Punch. I mean, Sucker Punch Earth Power isn't a bad play here. I'm gonna Sucker Punch Earth Power. Like, if I'm going on the fact that I survive anyway, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal, because if the Dragonite is choice locked into Extreme Speed like I think it is, I should have the game sealed regardless. But yeah, let's go for Earth Power. Let's go for the Sucker Punch. Extreme Speed. The Grassy Glide's close. Grassy Glide is close. Sucker Punch is gonna come out. Yeah, I'm not doing enough. Oh, they high horsepower. What? Oh, they expected me to go for the double protect. Okay, they've used how many Extreme Speed? That was the third Extreme Speed. We're going to go for protect the next turn to get just another way stall. Actually, did I lose this? I think I do. I think they have enough Extreme Speeds to clean this up. Do I have to hard read with Torkoal? Okay, this is extreme speed number 4. Oh no, I do think I... Actually, no, I think I should have a... depends on how many Torkoal can take. If Torkoal can tank 2, I think I'm good. But I don't even know if I do enough damage to the Dragonite. Extreme speed number 4. Okay. And this is assuming it's choice band, which I think it is based on the damage. We're going to go for Wicked Blow here. We're going to go for Flamethrower. Actually, no, they have to target our Shifu always, right? I guess we go for a double protect here. Yeah, we always go for a double protect here because I'm not living extreme speed at that range anyway. In Flamethrower. Okay, we do get extreme speed number 5. Okay, that's actually pretty lucky. Okay. Then Torkoal on protect would have been 6. I get Flamethrower with 7. I protect 8. Actually, I think I would have had enough. I think I would have just had enough. I think it would have come down to does extreme speed and the struggle KO me because I needed them to take the struggle recoil, but I think that should seal it up here. I'm going to go for Wicked Blow. I'm going to go for Flamethrower. Extreme speed KO my Urshifu. Okay. That was extreme speed number 6. Yes, 6. I think it came down to how much extreme speed plus struggle did. Because I needed to live both so they take the struggle recoil and then Flamethrower would have been enough. Although the Flamethrower is just doing enough here. I am going to protect here though. Because I just don't see a reason not to. And then they're just going to crit me in the end game, right? They're just going to crit me in the end game. That's how this game works. That's how this beautiful game of Pokemon works. Okay, this should be their last extreme speed. Unless I miscounted. But yeah, this is the last extreme speed. Oh yeah, I don't think I was living the struggle. So I did need the double protect there. So actually, wait, do I still lose? Oh no, no, no. Oh. Still lost. I guess I had to go for a double protect with Torkoal too. I didn't think the extreme speed and the struggle was actually doing that much, but yeah, close game. Was not expecting that. I think it was just like the fact that the Ogerpon just lived the Terra Sucker Punch. Maybe I just don't know my calcs on that one, but like, because I don't really use Terra Dark or Shifu that much with Sucker Punch. And then there is the Ogerpon, which sort of ruined. I thought Sucker Punch just KOs because I've seen how much Kowtow Klee does from King Gambit. I'm like, okay, Urshifu has pretty good attack. Like, it's maybe not as strong as Black Glasses King Gambit, but I've seen the Kowtow just Oko sort of ruins on the field. So that's like 25% decrease in their defense. I felt like, oh, Sucker Punch is easily going to KO. That Ogerpon took nothing for that Sucker Punch. All right, let's go over to games. In game 1, had a strong start with being able to get my Darker Shifu into great position against the Brute Bonnet while locking the Sailage into Swords Dance with Encore and punishing it from there. In game 2, it wasn't a bad start, but I think I should have went for a Trick Room with my Farigiraf as I went for the Psychic into the Sneasel Protect on the obvious switch to Hisuian Arcanine, because the Torkoal next to Farigiraf could have had solid cleanups against my opponent whose Terra was already used up. And the Sneasler was already in range for anything, which then it kind of made it harder because I wasn't able to set up the Trick Room. But thankfully, Darker Shifu next to Torkoal outside of Trick Room were able to wrap up the game from there. In game 3, I didn't know my damage calcs apparently, as I did way less damage to the Ogerpon than I thought I would have with the Sucker Punch, Terra Dark with the Sword of Ruin. I really thought that would have KO'd. I might have had lived the Grassy Glide double up with the Urshifu, so I guess I should have just targeted Dragonite with Wicked Blow, although that one's still really close and up for debate. Or maybe have gone for a double protect with Torkoal on the final turn of Extreme Speed, but I was just very off with the damage calcs in this battle. Staraptor, I think, is really cool. I love Staraptor. It was a Pokemon I just used back in the days of Diamond Pearl Platinum. One of my favorite starter bird Pokemon of all time. Just absolutely love it. And it's pretty decent in competitive. And I'm really glad it was able to showcase some things that it could just do. It is a really powerful choice, and flying coverage is amazing in the format. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description. And of course, you could use the rental code that is on your screen available. But of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.